Divine Providence's corporate compliance standards and code of conduct. Divine has policies and procedures to ensure it conducts its business in an ethical, lawful, and honest manner. Our code of standards and code of conduct supplements our mission, vision, and values. Our employees and anyone conducting business with Divine is expected to abide by those rules. Violations of our standard and code of conduct will result in disciplinary action according to our policies in the handbook and any applicable civil or criminal law. How to report violations of the standards? You report them to your supervisor, to the corporate compliance officer, which in our case is our administrator or one of the nuns. And if you have a question whether something is a violation, you ask your supervisor, the corporate compliance officer, or one of the nuns. We prefer that you ask your supervisor first. You can write a note and remain anonymous, and sometimes the law would make it so you couldn't remain anonymous, but most of the time you can, and you will have no fear of retaliation for a truthful report. We comply with local, state, and federal laws, and employees are required to understand and follow laws that govern their job. Here at Divine, we provide excellent resident care. Residents will be treated with kindness, patience, and understanding. We do not discriminate against anyone for any reason, race, gender, age, disability. Residents will participate and understand their care. We protect confidential information. Divine will maintain confidentiality of a resident, personnel, or the nursing home's information. We adhere to anti-referral and health care fraud and abuse legislation. We don't make false payments knowingly. We do not receive kickbacks, bribes for furnishing services. For instance, our dietary manager wouldn't take $100 from a bakery, so we would do business with them. We do not submit false information to gain or retain and plan for reimbursement for services. So we wouldn't say that a resident was getting PT to get money for them getting PT and they weren't. And we do not have referrals by MDs of a resident who has a financial relationship with us. We don't accept inappropriate gifts or gratuities from vendors or patients. Something that would be inappropriate would be something too expensive. We can receive things of nominal value like flowers or baked goods. We avoid conflicts of interest. Employees, board members, and other individuals must disclose to the compliance officer any potential conflict of interest they or their immediate family have in a firm which does business with us. So, for instance, if our compliance officer's husband had a roofing business and we were getting a roof and they had a bid in for it, they would be have a conflict. So they wouldn't be able to take part in deciding who put the roof on. We follow all antitrust regulations. We act in ways to restrain any kind of illegal trade or competition. We do not fix prices or have exclusive dealings. We keep accurate records and complete records. No employee should knowingly record false information. We conduct our political activities according to the law. We do not participate in any political campaigns for public office. We can't support a particular candidate. Employees are not permitted to use positions to try to influence others to support political candidates. For example, your supervisor can't tell you, oh, everyone get an absentee ballot. I'll come here and mark John Smith for senator, and we'll all mark it and fill out these ballots and mail them at the same time, and I'll give you all a raise. That would be illegal. But we can lobby for legislation in state and federal government for things to help our nursing home. That wouldn't be a large part of our activities, but it could be some. We protect the environment. Employees should dispose of all waste and other materials and store chemicals in accordance with the laws. We provide a safe workplace. We are committed to training employees to carry out their work in a manner that is safe for them. We do not tolerate harassment or discrimination of residents, staff, or public on the basis of race, color, religion, national origin, age, disability, sexual orientation, or gender. We appropriately use our assets. All employees must preserve our assets by following procedures to prevent their loss, theft, or unauthorized use. Earnings will be distributed to staff and for services rendered. We protect access to our information systems. All information systems are protected. Our computer systems have passwords. All the employees have reviewed our computer network policy. We all adhere to the intellectual property laws, the copyright laws. All our software is copyrighted, and if you were to copy the software we have and sell it to somebody else, you would be infringing on the copyright laws. Further information on our corporate compliance is located in our handbook. If you have questions, ask your supervisor or the corporate compliance officer.